Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Trubisky will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Throwing here, Trubisky.
Throw the ball, man!
Again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay,
Damn, man.
15 cents.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. It's our time. It's our time.
Throwing now is Wentz. Finding room at the 30. And complete to Zach Ertz. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Come
Ryan Darby
on,
that time,
bro.
the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
It's like,
What I loved
that,
about meeting
why
with
did
these
they
coaches
go
before
for
the
it,
game is we didn't
man?
even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Mike Bartner. Hey, exit.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Man, there's something wrong with my fucking stick, bro. Man, fuck it. I hate this, man.
You're saying that's going into the trophy
I
case?
hate this, man, bro.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back seven on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
It's a gone over there in the deep zone. Where the fuck is he?
Good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-7.
Man, I can't win for losing with this man. I'm always getting down early and have to come back and run out of time. That's every time on this man.
Now after the touchdown,
I get down early and come all the way back and run out of time, man. That's every time.
And this will be a touchback as
damn, man.
Over the end line.
That make no sense, man.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Lord.
Now Trubisky. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
You ready to a brick wall? You ready to a brick wall? Lift it up. 180. Go, go, go. Check safety, check safety.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they
that don't make no sense. The lineman got out there and touched no fucking body, bro. These niggas stay fucking tired, man. God damn. I can't shit right on this fucking man, man.
Remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Trubisky on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice
faster passes, and they're going that fast. Any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
That's pass interference, bro. That's pass interference, man.
He was trying to find Anthony
That's
Miller
pass
there.
interference, blatantly.
2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. A 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Trubisky. Yeah, that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Oh, how about this? No
I
good.
hate
Just his
these
2nd
field
miss of the
goals,
year.
bro. Man,
Score to stay
damn.
right where it is. Yeah, after the
I
touchdown,
be want to, but that's a gamble, man. I'm just gonna start going for 2 every time, man.
And that'll carry over the back.
That's just a gamble, man. Nobody try to take no gamble that early in the game. Damn, these funk-ass field goals, bro.
Coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November.
Damn, man.
On the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had
Funk-ass field goal behind me, bro.
Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give to Howard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Go. Louis! Check. Watch the curve.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And
let's go, man.
A pick 6 for Bears touchdown. He was 2nd in the NFL last year with 6 interceptions. This time, not only the interception, but also 6 points.
And it's just so difficult to go get the football in this league because people are so proficient in the passing game. It's not easy at all to read patterns, to break on the football, catch the ball, and take it the other way. Yeah, when you have a guy like that on your team, you feel really good about his efforts.
This time, the extra point up and good.
And
the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure
I was not trying to click on
where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
To throw, it's Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
Let's go.
Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bears have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down.
Man,
so
come on, bro. Why you grab him, man?
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Wentz. High throw, but the catch is made.
What the fuck? All these niggas be lining up, man. Why the fuck you go all the way across the formation like this?
Effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This shit crazy.
Here we go. Lady. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Hey, watch it.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
Stop grabbing the fucking face mask, bro. Man, what's up with these niggas, man?
This is going to get him a 1st down.
Shit.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone.
Damn, man, the penalties, bro.
Jordan Howard.
Dumbass penalties, man.
8 on the year. And
The fuck you coming from behind the
away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And with it,
I don't get that face mask, man. That shit, that's just dumb.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Ooh, with a juke. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Boy, these wide receivers be jumping late, bro. He jumped so fucking late.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'm not gonna even try jump balls no more because they don't.
Because they're definitely on different wavelengths.
Oh, get it! It's like he looked the way to the man caught the ball to try to jump up.
Get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back seven.
Man, this guy, he'll be full of
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice
pressure. Oh, don't have, man. Come on, man. We y'all bitches block.
Defensively. And they went empty backfield. Because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space.
Man, come on, Trubisky, bro. God damn.
For some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Bryant is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So instead of taking a small deficit into the locker room, it looks like they're going to be taking a small lead into the locker room.
Yes, that one's got to help out their frame of mind. As
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And a flag comes in.
Man, what the hell is 20? What? Why?
Let's see who this is on.
Why did he do that?
The eye call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well.
Why did he do that?
After this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Man, I tell you the truth, man. Why did that man do that?
And Elliott puts
Why did that man grab that man like that, bro?
So we reach halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan
Why did he grab him?
Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught inside the 25.
Man, I hate this game, bro. What the fuck?
Alshon Jeffrey scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there.
Man, I hate this game. Look at that.
You ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down, Chicago.
Go! 180! Double dog, that's the way. Check!
1st down, a run with Cohen. And the lane closes up quickly as they get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Again, it's Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up.
And a big
Man, ain't no need for me to ever run a play action because they'll never come block, man.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Look how they just let the man just come through.
So 2nd and
They did some of these play action shits take too fucking long.
Trubisky will throw. He's going to run.
Hey, Trubisky, come on. Ain't no pressure in your face.
But it'll be 3rd down.
It wasn't even a pressure in your face, man.
Pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, there's a fly. Just sending the guy down the field with the in route.
God damn.
Dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. For the guy
Man, bro, come on, man.
Third down throw incomplete as well. Before the game, they
ain't
were running
no
the
pressure
route
in his face.
efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Get that ball. Watch the edge.
Here's Wentz to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack on 1st down, Wentz, Alshon Jeffrey, the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Man, this man defense still can't guard out routes, man. My best corner can't guard the out route, man.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or
my
by
best
sea,
corner
right?
can't guard the out route, man.
He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing here, Trubisky. It got his man complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, 76 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Wentz now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This one complete to Theo Riddick.
22, what is you looking at, bro?
Slip across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Wentz gonna throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
Catching contested passes, bro. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. God damn, bro.
For the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield.
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice session.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Trey 15, Trey 15.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he's trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football.
I can't go.
When teams take shots
Can't
at
go
the
to my
end
number
zone,
one receiver
you got to defend
one-on-one.
it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross
Caught the
that.
ball.
You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
No, they didn't call it no touchdown.
24-yard touchdown. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You know it was a touchdown.
They come out here in the eye. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, tight.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Wentz. He finds an opening past the 40. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Now Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll run with Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
22 yards there, a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Check 52. Hey, ball.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. Dances by him. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And this would have been intercepted if he could get your feet in. Instead,
play action.
Incomplete. Boy, that really could have
These
turned
play
this
action
upside
things
down.
take too long, man. And he ended up throwing the ball off his back foot, man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run with
Man,
Cohen.
come on,
And he won't be
68.
close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go. Let's go. Here we go. 180. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Reddick with a carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not in a position where they actually have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Hello?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I've been seeing
All day, every day, any day.
I ain't there now.
To throw
I
his
ain't there now.
hands. Nowhere to go here. He lost the
Oh, you never
football.
came and got me.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that simply
Probably
is a missed
still asleep.
opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and
I don't know where to
score,
place it.
they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger
I
time
know
to
that.
force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, when you look at it from the offense's perspective, Taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills.
I guess that's it. The place where the people work on the limit.
Assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are.
No, I ain't doing it. Ain't nothing like that.
Keep it on
you know,
the
people that work on the limit, that work at Warfield Point Pool.
Everything working in your direction.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting. Go. Go. This one, 7. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, over. What's that? 58, Mike.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On first down, Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Why take that man so long to go to that fucking line?
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.